So Henry, you have just reached a major milestone with your own journey of the way. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, I've actually just finished recording the entire pathway. When we started the way, we imagined that it might possibly become a 3-year sort of training program. And actually, the full pathway, as recorded now, stands at 935 sessions.
So Henry, now that that whole body of work you're teaching is finished, can you tell us a little bit about the course as a whole? What will someone actually experience over those 3 years of study, those 3 years of practice?
Above all, I wanted to sort of share to the best of my ability everything that I'd received from my teachers and from the training that I've done over these decades. So the pathway offers exposure to various dimensions of practice that I've come to believe are very important. And at the same time, we go sort of systematically deeper. That's to say, dropping deeper into our actual experience of the present moment, which we can explore ever more and more. There's sort of no limit really to how differently and more intimately and more accurately we can experience this very moment. So that would include not just having tastes of mindfulness, but also of deep absorption and even glimpses of awakening where we lose any sense of separateness.
From the perspective of you as the teacher who's guiding students along this program, how do you expect or how do you hope that they will be different from the very start to the very end of that pathway?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, I'd hope there'd be more mindfulness, more awareness of this moment, meaning not just what's going on around us, but also inside us. So there's going to be more space, more patience with our own reactivity, and more understanding of ourselves, and definitely actually more compassion for ourselves, more the capacity to feel kindly towards both ourselves and of course others, and more motivation and impetus to act kindly in the world.
I'm only myself on Trail 13, that Deeper Awakening, so I'm kind of halfway through the trail. But I can say for sure, and if you ask my loved ones, that part about less reactivity is something that is slowly kind of creeping its way more and more into my life, which I'm really, really grateful for. So one thing that's really cool is the penultimate trail has a really interesting name. That's Trail 24, the Ox and the Mosquito. Can you tell us what will students encounter in that trail?
Yeah, this phrase, the ox and the mosquito, comes from an 8th century Zen master, Yao Shan, who is a favorite of mine. And he said after his own great awakening that he'd been like a mosquito buzzing around a great ox trying to penetrate it. So now that he's suddenly awakened, he's discovered that he's not this little separate thing like a gadfly buzzing around trying to sort of find its way in the world. Instead, he's this vast ox. So he's actually discovered that he's always been part of something much larger. That's how I take it.
So to all our students, I want to say a huge thank you for practicing with us, and that you will see those last few trails completing the whole pathway in the app in the next few weeks. And to Henry, I want to say a huge thank you and a congratulations for the creation of this body of work.
Well, I must say I can't wait for you to start experiencing some of those later trails. But at the same time, it's one of these beautiful things about the path of practice is that we're always in the right place, and the practice is helping us realize that. So right wherever you are on the pathway is a good place to be. Thank you very much for coming on this journey with us. We're all of our team here. We're so happy to be sharing it with you.